The TurboSmart V-Port blow-off valve that we have here today will be a great choice for all 2013 and newer F-150 EcoBoost owners out there who might be looking for a plug-and-play aftermarket option to support more boost, prevent compressor surge, but realistically just want to make a little bit more noise. Now, the TurboSmart will be a vent-to-atmosphere blow-off valve that will not require the use of a custom tune and will come in right around the $400 price point. Now, the install is going to involve a fair amount of work, including removal of the factory intercooler. So because of this, the site is going to call this a very strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and an hour or so to complete from start to finish. So in my opinion, most EcoBoost owners are going to be interested in this product because of the sound it makes rather than the functionality it adds. And there's really nothing wrong with that because after all, it's your truck, you can mod it however you want. Now, if you are interested in this piece from a functionality standpoint, here's a few benefits you can expect. First up, you got strength. Now, the factory bypass valve is made from plastic, which can crack over time and with elevated boost pressure. Now, the TurboSmart that we have here, on the other hand, will be made from aircraft grade billet aluminum and has been tested to over 30 PSI, which is realistically far more boost than any F-150 EcoBoost owner will ever see during ownership. Secondly, the TurboSmart option will help prevent premature boost venting, which is not only going to hurt your spool time, but it's also going to hurt your power capabilities by allowing boost to bleed off, usually caused by a damaged or malfunctioning stock bypass valve. Last but not least, guys, a failing blow-off valve or bypass valve can lead to what is called compressor surge, which is ultimately going to do damage to your factory or aftermarket turbo. But functionality aside, the big draw here, I think, for most owners, realistically, is going to be that cool blow-off valve sound that some owners really might be after. I mean, let's be honest, it's an EcoBoost, so if we can't make cool noises with our exhaust, we might as well have some fun with some turbo noises. Now, the factory blow-off valve or bypass valve is what is called a recirculating option, meaning any air that does get released when the throttle closes gets recirculated back into the intake through a hose, and that's why you guys typically don't hear this sound when you let off the throttle. Now, there are methods to vent the factory blow-off valve to atmosphere and of course save some money, and those tutorials can be found all over the internet. But basically, for owners looking for an aftermarket option that will upgrade your factory blow-off valve and still provide you with those cool noises, the TurboSmart is going to be a really nice option, and by the way, is also backed by a 1-year limited warranty in case of any issues. But maybe one of the most appealing aspects about the V-Port here is the fact that just like your factory blow-off valve, the TurboSmart is actually electronically controlled. Now, this is just going to simplify everything because unlike TurboSmart's other option for the EcoBoost, the supersonic blow-off valve, that is actually vacuum operated. So with that being said, with this option, the V-Port, there's no need to run any vacuum reference lines or anything like that. You're simply going to plug your factory harness into the TurboSmart here and you're good to go. Now, as far as your actual installation is concerned, well, yes, there is a fair amount of work involved with this one, but honestly, it's all pretty simple stuff and can still be done with the factory front bumper in place. There's no need to remove that. So with that being said, the site is going to stick to a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the old difficulty meter here, guys. And they call this one an hour to complete from start to finish, but honestly, it's probably going to take most of you guys a little bit more time with that, especially if this is your first time getting into the intercooler and blow-off valve area. So if you are looking to upgrade your factory blow-off valve and make some cool noises in the process, then you'll want to check out the plug-and-play TurboSmart V-Port blow-off valve right here at AmericanTrucks.com.